My wife gave me a hall pass, should I take it? Long-time lurker, first-time poster. I need advice. My wife 28F and I 32M have been married 9 years and together 10. I was a virgin before having sex with her and I thought she was too, but it turns out she has had sex with 7 other guys. For some she was basically a booty call and had sex with them when they called, and so several times, and was fairly adventurous, oral sex especially, and swallowing, which just bugs me for some reason. A couple were one-night stands and she doesn't even know their names at this point. The one just before me especially bugs me as he was some kind of sexual guru to her, and it was like weeks before we started seeing each other. I found a lot of this stuff out recently, so it is old but fresh to me. We both come from a conservative religious background, though we ourselves are much more open-minded and don't adhere to a lot of the more traditional mindsets. Though that is something we have grown into over the years. I also know 7 maybe isn't all that high, but for our background and the fact that I was a virgin it seems like a lot to me. It bugs me that she was pretending to be this faithful religious innocent girl all while getting wild at night with random guys off of Tinder. For me, I adhered to our religious upbringing and was a virgin before meeting her. We had sex before marriage. I had already told her that I loved her before having sex, and I really did and still do. She knew I was going to propose, and one night she did tell me that I was not her first, that she had been with other guys before me but repented and didn't want to talk about it in detail. She only would say that I was number 8 and that the other guys pressured her and she never wanted to. Even that info I had to corner her to get. She likes to leave things out and or purposely mislead you to make assumptions so that she can later on say that she did not lie. Anyways, I said that it didn't change the way I felt about her and that I loved her. To be fair, we were really far into things, like our parents knew we would be getting married. I can't help but feel like she knew exactly when to tell me, when I was love-struck and high on the novelty of sex and I had religious ideals of repentance on my mind for sure. Fast forward 10 years and 4 kids. And she had a situation where her pickleball mixed partner was texting her non-stop, good morning, good night, tic-tac-toe challenge, etc., and was getting way too flirty in text. No idea how things were in person. She started to hide texts and act weird, and so I read the texts and waited as I didn't know what to do. Then she deleted all of the texts. So I confronted her and she admitted to it, but that she was never interested but just felt pressured and didn't know how to say no. This triggered me big time and I could not help but associate that with the 7 other guys she had slept with. She cut things off with that guy, but the damage was done. He flirted shamelessly and she flirted back / encouraged him by her responses. I had horrible bouts of depression and anxiety and retroactive jealousy because I told her that if she couldn't say no then and she can't say no now, how long until she did something physical with him? And honestly, the retro jealousy just kicked in / triggered. I spiraled and made her tell me everything she could remember about the other guys, thinking that if I understood that I would understand her better and how it is that she can't say no. Big mistake. She obliged. I can't get the images out of my head. We have an appointment with a counselor, but I just feel cheated. I did everything right. And I am depressed and miserable and have to think about how the most special and intimate moments that I share with my wife, we did and oddly still do have a great sex life. My wife has shared those moments with others. Has said their name the way she says mine. Has given them the things she has given me. In some cases she did sex weekends, oral sex, etc., amongst a variety of other things with those guys. And she did things far sooner with them than she did for me in our relationship, and honestly I just feel mind fucked. And apparently I have to be worried that she won't be able to say no now? Stupid. To be fair, after getting more details, she made it seem like she was an innocent girl that was pressured by older guys, mid-20s when she was 18, but in actuality she was a very willing participant. She just wanted to paint a different picture for me and herself, really. Last thing, in all of our discussions it came out that she thinks that I should just go have some casual sex to even things out and see firsthand that you can have non-intimate sex that means nothing, and if I do that then we can go back to our 9 years of really healthy marriage. She even said that to her, even now, sex can be emotional but then it can also just be a physical exchange. Almost like a good massage. This weirded me out because I have only ever had sex with very strong emotional attachments. This seems like a bad idea, but I don't know what to do and I can't keep having sleepless nights about this. Side note, I'm really not ugly. I'm fit, successful, totally normal.